Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the end of this game of Renowned Explorers. We're heading out to Shangri-La to explore renownedly. Because that's what we do, I guess. I am thinking that this party should be pretty strong, but I thought the last party was going to do a lot better than they did too. So we have found it, Shangri-La, the Himalayan utopia. It is said that one's dreams come true bit by bit. Depending on what your dreams are. You know, if you wanted to be in a remote mountainous region where there's probably not very good Wi-Fi, then congratulations, you're about to have a great time. Alright, we're going to find those Shambhala keys. We're going to go to the Sintamani Palace. But on the way, let's see if we can't have some interesting adventures, eh? So, we have totally destroyed Rivaloo. Rivaloo might be 80 points behind us right now, maybe even more. Basically, I have no fear. Nothing special has been found here. Well, who could have guessed? I'm wondering if the best thing to do... I'm trying to figure out when I want to take this supply node. A lot of supplies are locked behind Survivalist. We weren't so good at getting them before, but Padrino should be pretty good now. I'm wondering if maybe the best thing to do is go this way and sort of like sweep around. Just try to get coverage. The best possible coverage of the area. Out of nowhere, a monk pops up and throws something toward the crew. Well, this time we're actually, like, good at stuff. Kwame, catch it. You might have to jump. He'd probably throw it at a normal person's height. With an acrobatic dash and roll, Kwame manages to catch the thrown orb. The monk is very impressed. Whoa, I didn't think you'd make it. Respect. Please don't throw that back at me. Alright, not bad. Not bad for having been in one challenge. It's an okay haul. So it would be... Yeah, I think I'm going to dodge this, just because it's really inconvenient. It would be 2 points of resources to move from here to here, or from this node in the darkness over to here. It's kind of hard to see because it's behind the tooltip there. But we'll be able to see what it is from here. Yeah, it's not even anything worth looking at. You arrive at the infamous Cave of the Crane. The cave has some mysterious rooms where one's intelligence is tested by a mysterious entity. But first, we must be tested by Cassandra Shafiq. Please, I've been sent to get the Shambhala key. The challenges befit me perfectly. You guys know, we saw this last time. Listen. Things are going to end a lot better for her than they did last time, though. Because last time, I think we beat her unconscious and then took the key. I don't feel super great about, but it did work in my defense. Here, we're just going to gently and politely talk her out of going after the key. So wait, what's the deal with these guys? Still a henchman. So they're weak against confident. What's going to be the best way to do this? The best way to do this would be for Agatha to be standing next to both of these guys so that they have lowered speech defense, allowing her and Kwame each to take one of them down. I think this is the smart play. I don't have a huge amount of control over whether or not we take a damage from, we take only 10 damage from an attack, but I guess we'll see what happens here. I think I'm gonna single target so that this guy has a chance to hit me. Maybe I should have single targeted with an aggressive attack so that we have the extra speech defense. But I mean, also, like I said, I'm probably ahead of Rivaloo by like 80 to 100 porcelain, so maybe I don't care about these combat challenges. I suppose that's possible. These guys hit fairly hard. We have a lot of spirit, thanks to our various buffs, but these guys hit pretty hard. Okay, the bodyguards are vulnerable to excite, but to impress, but unfortunately, we don't really have a good way of getting to them this turn. So we'll just do some of this. We'll back off a little bit more than their movability, and we'll let them come to us. There we go, they moved into range. So exactly how much? Yeah, that's not bad. Now I think Padrino probably can't reach them from where he is. He's fast, he's not that fast, but what we can do is move Kwame to here, dance to swap with Padrino, and then Padrino can take his turn. Basically, Kwame gets to trade his action for somebody else's. I think that's probably the way that I use dance most often. Yeah, this is fine. Unfortunately, there's no way we're gonna get inconvincible done. Oh well. It's okay. Now that's dangerous. She likes to impress people, which has the unfortunate side effect of making us all very vulnerable to her attacks. So let's move to here. We'll throw out a cheer, which I have not really used that many times. It's a very powerful heal. Almost 100. We can do that. Okay, so what I will do here is... we catch her, we drop her speech defense, and then we end the turn with the impress, or with the confident, so that she doesn't do bonus damage on her turn. And wow, 124 damage on the AoE. It's not too bad. Yeah, something tells me we are going to be okay. Okay, we have to move to let Kwame get in. Alright, and then we should be, I think, pretty good at the actual Cave of the Crane challenge. We don't have any tools, though, do we? We're just going to have to take all of our rolls natural. That's a dangerous place to be. Well, we may end up missing a Shambhala key or two. It would be really good if it wasn't this one, though. This one is particularly linked to friendliness. Alright, please, try to get the Shambhala key first. I now see I can trust you with this treasure just as much as Rivaloo. Yeah, that's right, we're exactly as good as Rivaloo. Alright. The crew walks on in the cold mist until you encounter a massive closed gate. You hear a clunky, mysterious voice. What are the most important elements for life? God, love, and mercy? Cute. Okay, we can blow it out because tactician and archaeologist both figure into the check. Turns out Agatha's great at everything. Bam. It takes you about an hour, but Agatha managed to find all the correct answers to the 100 questions. So is she's almost max level. She's just about. And there it is, the Shambhala Key of Mind. It doesn't really do a tremendous amount for us, but if Rivaloo had it, it would be very frustrating. And this is a lot of renown. Yeah, 375 plus the 250 that the treasure is normally worth. And that gets us Retriever of Treasure, because what we needed was more challenges completed. Oh, she was at 20 before that roll, so she's good now. So Agatha gains 10 speech while you're devious, or an extra speech on her Terrify. Neither of these are mind-blowing for us, but if we run into something that's weak to Terrify, this will be really, really beneficial. Alright, well, I wish that we could see any of this stuff, but I guess this node just doesn't connect in that direction. That's fine. We'll head this way. We'll sweep through, grab those supplies. You arrive at the place where one of the Shambhala keys is said to be hidden. Tiger Mountain. Old masters who perfected their martial arts are said to meet at the top of the mountain. Alright, this is going to be a tough climb. I think Survivalist figures into the climb. Yeah, Survivalist and Athlete. Well, 90% is pretty good. I'm imagining we're not going to be any good at all at the Hidden Passage. Padrino's still pretty good. It turns out Survivalist figures into both checks. It's a very strong perk group. It's used for a lot of stuff. Alright, that's 2 Shambhala keys. Tiger Mountain was the one that we could most afford to lose, I believe, because it's the one that's linked to physical combat. What a climb it is, but eventually we reach the Martial Arts Monastery. And in the middle we see the Shambhala key. Let's get in there, man. It seems like a tough challenge to get here. No one else is around. All that hard work has paid off. If we'd gotten to Tiger Mountain first and actually made the climb, we would have had to fight Tommy Gunn, the fighter, in this courtyard here. Naturalist, Survivalist, and Athlete, that's not nearly as good as the other key, but... I mean, there's no chance that we won't make 7,500. Whether we can make the next tier, now that's an interesting question. Alright, let's go get these supplies. We're running out of times when it will be convenient for us to do this. Even near the Himalayas, supplies can be found to extend your expedition. A survivalist has the best chance, of course. Come on, Padrino, we believe in you. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it, it's all good. Exploring the area yields both supplies and interesting study materials. Okay, we're at 14. After we go here, we'll be at 13, so I'm sure we'll be able to make use of the supplies. A monk approaches you. Spar with me and show how disciplined and nimble you are, and I might reward you with some survival techniques. Well, it turns out that martial arts is mostly about quick thinking. Oh, I don't think I actually showed what Padrino's vampire buff does, because he totally got turned into a vampire. Kwame is viciously attacked, but keeps strong. The monk is impressed. You deserve this wisdom. You thank the monk with respect and continue exploring. Wisdom is apparently the name of a dish. Yeah, so you just get plus 10 speech power if you defeat Dracula friendly and he bites one of your crew members. I think that's the only way to do that, is to get the friendly thing. So we could get 225 renown from being a renowned archaeologist. Or we could get even more stats on Kwame. I'm really torn about whether I think... do I think that... It's probably 10,000, right? The next level of famous. We'll get to 7,500, no question. Well, I'm going to go for the buff. I'm going to go for increased combat ability. Kwame calls for everyone's attention. He feels that the crew should always try for a culturally sensitive approach. Additionally, it would be beneficial if there were just one person to handle cultural challenges, if possible. The crew looks up and asks Kwame, well, who should this person be? Well, here's the thing, guys. I'm pretty sure it should be me. Why, Kwame himself is best suited to this. He believes his kindness and elderly wisdom will make him successful. The crew agrees, but Agatha despises Kwame's holier-than-thou attitude. So actually, they both have different green text options. That's interesting. Let's say, Padrino and Kwame already like each other, right? Or no, everybody likes Agatha, and Agatha likes everybody else. Well, let's say Padrino's impressed by Kwame's wisdom. Padrino couldn't agree more. Back in London, he was already impressed with Kwame's honesty and kindness. We should all strive to be more like him. So I'm imagining we will have gained a level of respect here, yeah. Extra 10% speech power. This is a very, very good speech crew. We all give each other speech power. Alright, well let's grab this. And then we have a bunch of supplies that we can use for just, exploring and getting stuff. Every node we contact is a little bit of extra score, which may play into our porcelain points. Alright, the Temple of Yabium, the symbol of love. Your deepest desires can come to life here. You enter the temple, and goodness gracious, it's crawling with beautiful and charming people. They welcome the crew with undeniable warmth. Welcome, beautiful, intelligent, sweet people. Please join us, and allow us to adore you. You must get across the room to continue. Fortunately, this is where I think Kwame should be able to blow this out of the water. Wow, only 88%, huh? I was expecting a little better. What if we did the Battle of Charms? The Battle of Charms would give him 90%. Actually, Padrino's slightly more likely to beat that, but we'd get 50 renown. 90% still pretty good. I'm going to regret this immediately, aren't I? No, everything's fine. As soon as I clicked, I felt bad, but everything's fine. Kwame's charm is superior, and the beautiful people end up following Kwame. In the end, he hits the gong, and they disappear like illusions, which makes Padrino kind of sad, as you can imagine. You arrive at a cloudy hall, the Shambhala key of the heart at its center. Amazing. Well, that was easy. Okay, so we got all our Shambhala keys. We are super ready to go to war with Rivalu, but we still have 14 supplies left. So let's have a look around, shall we? Which way do we want to go is the question. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I'll pick this way. I have arbitrarily selected this way. This area seems to be the site of an ancient monastery. You might want to study the place. I mean, is this really all that we get? 76? Or 76%, but like only 3 tokens? I don't want to do that. No. I'm not taking the chance of losing a renown, or losing a supply for such a very small payout. Okay, all of the connections to this node from the south are 2 supplies. That's a real bummer. I guess let's just go here and get it over with. Okay, well. Oh no, blue demons. The crew makes up for another tough encounter, but the demons, they're just too lazy to care. Look, just go. We don't feel like pestering anyone today. One of my treasures is rumbling. Or, okay, one of my treasures is rumbling. The demon statuette has turned back into the little red bugger from the Hungarian fort. Hello, fellow demons! The blue demons do not seem happy to see him. The demons are in distress. Oh no, it's blood! Leave everything and run for your internal void inside! Eternal void inside. Internal void inside, it's not even... It's not wrong, it's just not, it's kind of not what it's saying. Okay, so I guess they fled and dropped this devious charm. Well, I think that taking the campaign tokens is what's going to give us the highest payout in renown. Pretty sure. The little red fellow called Blood turns back into the demon statuette as the blue imps run into the mountains. Thanks? I mean, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have a hard time being upset about that. Oh, we've done it. We're so famous. Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to think that we're definitely going to hit 10k. I have a good feeling, you guys. Well, this is the Abominable Mountain. Oh. Oh, this is not the place I thought it was. Let us leave this inhospitable place. That's where the Yeti is. We can't get up there. You have to have a particular chain of events befall you. But let's see if we can have that happen, because I want to meet the Yeti. You find a simply beautiful monastery. It looks like a place where you could get a good rest. A friendly monk is sitting on the porch. Let's have a pleasant conversation with him. Yeah, the reward for doing this is significant. A conversation with such a wise man could be most pleasant and insightful. Who will converse with the man over a cup of tea? Well, gee, I guess it's the person who is not likely to make a complete idiot out of himself. How about that? Kwame listens carefully to the man's wisdoms. For example, did you know a bowl is most useful when it's empty? Okay, alright. You feel more intelligent and respected. I don't know if I feel respected. Do you wish to rest here? Remember, taking shelter here will lower your renown. Choose wisely. So we can gain 3 supplies, but we'll lose 15% of the renown generated by tokens on this adventure. I'm gonna stay. I might not normally, but, given how well we were doing, I mean. But I want to try to get the Yeti, and that's going to require a bit of travel. So we have to find a particular encounter. We have to find a particular node somewhere. And I have no idea. It could be anywhere. We could sort of swoop around the outside here, try to reveal as much space as we can, I think. Nothing special has been found here. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. A giant trap springs below the crew. You could fit a whole gorilla in there. That is a fairly large trap. Kwame, being a quick thinker, is good at every check. Ever. I don't know, it feels like quick thinker comes up a lot. Kwame thinks fast and with a quick dive and tumble keeps the crew out of the trap's grasp. You hear someone yell, "Ah, my trap! That wasn't meant for you!" Who's this? It's a weird but rugged lady. That trap was meant to catch something that is definitely not a Yeti, because Yetis don't exist. Well, sure, no need to state the obvious, there's no Yeti. That's right, there is absolutely no Yeti. I don't even know what that word means. It used to be the case that what you wanted to do was say this, but I'm kind of curious, like we have a purple text option, let's do it. Oh, you're a beautiful person. Not like the Yeti, I mean if there was such a thing, you know, as a Yeti. Okay, well, let's say I'm not looking for a Yeti. Where should I definitely not look for one? This is not the right question, but I think she's confused enough that it might work. Well, of all the places there isn't a Yeti, there is most definitely not a Yeti here. Looking there would be stupid. Okay, that's a little further away than I would like. To be honest with you. Kwame knows enough. The crew bids the hunters farewell and continues to not look for the Yeti. Alright, yeah, that's a little further away than I was hoping. But, you know, an exotic but broken machine. Maybe an engineer will know how to make something with it. Honestly, I'm going to take this because at this point, there's no cost to losing resolve. 30% chance, yeah, like, I would take a 5% chance here. There is no way we are going to go through 9 resolve. Okay. All Kwame manages to achieve is to break the crew's favorite wrench. That's sad. It's a sad time. Oh, it's another giant trap. Why? Why are there 2 giant traps? Kwame, beat this one too. Think of the renown. The crazy lady's put up a lot of traps. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be the exact same encounter. I guess there's just 2 of them on the map, so it's easier for you to find one. Okay. Turns out, same spot. Still right there is where the Yeti definitely isn't. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off. We're really pretty short on supplies. Some of Rivalu's henchmen are guarding some gold. A perfect opportunity for you to steal something. So if we fail this, Agatha will actually lose speech. And Kwame and Padrino will get plus speech defense if we don't go for it. Let's just not go for it. Oh, you got me, Rivalu. You're doing it, man. You're the hero. You're the hero we need. Alright. This footprint seems off. Could it be of something or someone that has never been seen before? You can definitely tell that by looking at a footprint. It looks like something straight out of a legend. A study might uncover more. Indeed, it might. Come on, Agatha. We believe in you. She failed it. Well, crap, man. Agatha cannot find why this footprint might be special. That's very disappointing. The Yeti, I would estimate that the Yeti encounter spawns in Shangri-La maybe like 5% of the time. At least that's what it feels like. So to have it actually spawn and then to just whiff a 76% check and break the chain of events is very disappointing. Oh well. We must live with it. Alright, I think we're headed out. We'll get some supplies here that'll prevent the hunger penalty, and then we'll finish up. A group of Rivalu's henchmen is running around frantically. We saw it! We saw a Yeti! You must hear me out! There's no such thing as a Yeti, don't be ridiculous. No, you must hear me out, it's amazing, and we made some useful notes. You should come with us to find him! You want their information, but those Rivalinis will ruin the expedition. It's true, these people are idiots. There's no way that they will survive here. That's fine, we'll just, we'll charm the notes out of them. Okay, so there is a female Rivalina. She does have different stats. She has more speech defense, but she's weak against excited, which is probably going to be a net negative there. So how do we want to? I'd like to set this up obviously with a devious attack. And why don't we just have Agatha go and bomb this guy with? Oh, it turns out she's not even going to need the second Terrify. Well, we're not going to get any use out of that level up choice. It's a shame there's nowhere where Padrino can stand to hit both of the female ones. Whatever. And yes, I'm completely ignoring the things now. I guess I could be going for a high score, but also I could just be doing what's most effective and fastest. Although honestly, these guys do little enough damage that we might even be able to pull this off still. Because we can definitely just sit around in this encounter forever. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm curious how high of a porcelain score we can get. Alright, and Padrino and Kwame will just not engage. Yeah, we have effectively infinite health here. My goal is to get... I don't know. We're probably not going to make too many more points, honestly. I was going to try to be like, oh, maybe I can get 200, but honestly, odds are pretty good that I get to 160, maybe. Because we blew out all our good sources of porcelain. I don't have any options left. Yeah, I don't even know that I'm going to make it to 160, actually, because after this, it's just the boss fight. Whatever, I'm not going to be upset about a score that is north of 150 points. Okay, we got there. Very slowly. Convinced of your awesomeness, the henchmen hand over their notes on the Yeti and some supplies. Oh yes, and Kwame's still making friends with his friendly attitude. At this point, I guess it doesn't really matter a huge amount. I suppose this is the best option, because this is going to pay out the most times. Alright, we'll get Collector of Encounter for finishing the final battle, as long as we finish it friendly, which of course we will. Alright, the Palace of the Sintamani is before us. You walk into the amazing palace. You are surrounded by the biggest hoard of gold you've ever seen in your life. You could buy a small country with this. But you're not here for the superficial gold. You're here for the Emperor Jade Orb. You do not have all the Shambhala keys, but Kwame is confident you will find a way to take the orb. The fourth Shambhala key, there's no way to get it. Rivalu always gets it. There it is, the Sintamani. Those who touch it give it a shape according to their nature. A simply mystical and amazing treasure. Some mystical spheres surround it. They probably disappear with the Shambhala keys. But suddenly, Rivalu and his crew cracked through the ceiling. It's probably accidental, but I guess it worked. Haha, it seems we're just in time, crew. It's beautiful to see that some of our most die-hard fans have gathered here to see us collect the greatest treasure of all. Yeah, listen, this probably seems real familiar to him, right up until this part, where I kick his ass and take the treasure. Huh, is that so? Well, why don't we let the ancestors of this place decide? Let us activate the Shambhala keys. I'll start with the Shambhala key of privilege. He pulls out the key and the surroundings transform. The place is adapting in accordance with Rivalu's dreams, with statues of him all over the place. Typical. The next key is ours. Kwame shows the Shambhala key of strength. Its blessings of power are yours. Rivalu's happy for you. Congratulations. You now must be the strongest number 2 ever. Then we got the key of heart. Rivalu congratulates you on your newfound charm. Ah, I see you're looking more like me now. That's a development we can all get behind. And finally, the Shambhala key of mind. Your crew feels their determination surging. Rivalu is delighted with this development. That's great. It's great for you that you found that key. You could surely use it more than me. Now that the keys have been activated, the only thing left here is the Sintamani. Kwame and Rivalu look at each other, then at the orb, then back at each other. It's time to see who deserves the orb. Time to break their will. So when you pick this, it's like the McCrae encounter, where you get to set the starting attitude of the encounter. We want everybody to be devious, so that we can get a nice big explosive friendly attack off right away. So unfortunately, Rivalu's crew has arranged themselves such that we cannot get 3 of them with party time. But we sure can get 2 of them with party time. How good is this? It's not bad. It does potentially leave Cassandra in a position to do a huge amount of damage, of course. So let's talk about the Shambhala keys real quick. Rivalu's key of privilege makes the other keys' blessings better. That's why I said it's not really that big of a deal for us to have the buff, but we really don't want him to have it. We just get a little bit of stat bonuses from the keys, but if Rivalu gets them, they change what things his crew is vulnerable to, and they up their defensive stats, and it's a real bad scene, man. You really, really, really want to get those. Okay, so unfortunately they have a lot of differing defenses and stuff. I'm going to launch this. Kwame can't get adjacent to anybody, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll have Agatha come in and do this. Okay, wait a second. If I do it from back a space, and then it doesn't hit everybody. Okay, that's something. That's pretty good. And that peels the excite off of everybody, because obviously I don't want that. And then I think Kwame's just gonna dance with Padrino. Swap up our defense here. Now, Rivalu's crew will change their defenses fairly frequently to keep up with yours. So we're gonna go friendly in a moment, and they probably will follow it up shortly afterward by going aggressive to counter our friendly. So we might have to mix it up a little bit, but also we might be able to just blow them up before it really ends up mattering much. Okay, so they had to lay on a lot of attacks to do that to Padrino, and the fact is we can undo it all with a single cheer. So let's figure out, she's weakest against Excite. Can he just... Yeah, let's just take her down. Let's simplify the encounter a little bit, shall we? She'll just go stand by the sidelines and cheer us on, which is really probably what she should have been doing the whole time. Obviously, we're great. Alright, buff Padrino up. And then you're weak to Sad and Impress, because she can't get to Rivalu, so we may as well do something that somebody's going to feel. Rivalu's crew has some pretty amusing voice acting. He can't bear to be near you because of the smell of your underwear. Or maybe the smell of his underwear? I don't know. The pictograms are not super clear. Oh, we are not within the circle of that AoE. Rivalu, you're a poor sport. Alright, we probably don't have to actually disassemble his crew, but it's easy to do, so why not? Alright. He is weak against Excite, or he's weak against Confident, which unfortunately we don't really have access to. Oh, his AoE gives him a defense buff. That's fine. That doesn't really affect my turn. Let's just lay some damage on him. He has a lot of health left. 145. I'm wondering if I should do Enrage. Nah. I was going to say, I wonder if I should do Enrage to put a point of Devious on the scales so that if his team does swap this turn, which they did, it'd be easiest for us to get over to Devious. But I think, honestly, what we're going to do is just blow him out. I don't think I'm going to try to strategize here. He just punched Padrino in the face. We were having a polite conversation, and he punched Padrino in the face. Alright, everybody just throw damage at him. I'm done with strategy. Stuff is for suckers. And eventually he's like, oh man, you're right. If you had some maracas right now, that would be totally sick. Fine, you get the treasure. Seriously, it would be. The pleasantries fly around until Rivalu finally admits, I am certain now, you are the greatest explorer there is. You know why? Because you had the courage to challenge me and come this far. Even I wouldn't dare to challenge me. Yeah, thanks, guy. Rivalu continues, as an upright and honest explorer, I must reward you. You can have this treasure and become the world's greatest explorer. You know, this year. Well, thank you, Matthew. It's yours to take, the Sintamani. As soon as you touch it, it will change according to how the ancestors see you. It starts to reshape itself as soon as Kwame picks it up and becomes the Emperor Horse. Your work was appreciated like that of the friendly and beloved horse. Sure. So 30 for each secret is only 240. We can do better than that. 5 for each campaign token is 454. That's pretty good. Okay. So that was a 900. Did I say 454? How did I get a number that ends in 4 from the thing that is multiplied by 5? You know what I meant. 455. So that was almost a 1,000 point Sintamani right there. The beloved Emperor Horse. You'll go down in history as helpful and beloved. This treasure will seal your rightful position as the world's most renowned explorer. All that remains is to go back to London and celebrate this event at the Society. So yeah, the renown from tokens is going to take us way past 10,000. I imagine that the next tier of famous is at 1250, and I don't think we're going to get close. So probably it is the case that reducing our token renown by 15% didn't actually end up changing our final porcelain score. Let's just watch that number go up for a moment. I don't know that I've ever gotten a Sintamani that was quite that valuable before, actually. That might be my highest. Yeah, that's pretty good. This has been, I have to say, this has been a pretty good game. I mean, Kwame's Captain Perk is definitely one of the better ones. It is pretty bananas, and a really good player could have taken advantage of it much better than I have, I'm sure. Oh, we didn't blow past 10,000. Well, now I feel like a fool. Alright, you know what this says. The Emperor would like to hear your most entertaining insult, and then we get there and he's like, LOL, just kidding. Alright. Say something nice about Mr. Rivalu. Well, it's nice that his prolific explorer means he's never around. Okay. And then we get our final score. I don't need to read all this text. You heard it last time. Also, I'm pretty sure the Emperor voice I chose last time actually hurt my throat, so... Yeah, that was okay. Oh no! I failed to beat him by 100 points! The shame! Yeah, not a bad haul overall. We did pretty well on inventory. We actually, we got really a lot of good equipment that game. I made much better use of my gold, I think, than I have the last couple of games. I wish it would just give you, like, a counter. Because I feel like we pulled a lot of treasures this game, more than usual. And, of course, our entourage was bananas, because it's always going to be like that. You play as Kwame. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this game of Renowned Explorers: The Emperor's Challenge. I'm not really sure what we're going to do next, so come back next time to find out. And we'll see you then.